President Biden and Vice President Harris both visiting California, what they're up to. And a preseason surprise, some of the Rams players visit some sick children at the hospital. You are watching The Rundown. I'm Lynette Romero, in today for Robin Winston. President Biden returns to the White House on Wednesday. He's been in California raising money for his 2024 re-election campaign. The president arrived in San Francisco on Monday. He attended fundraisers and also pledged hundreds of millions of dollars to help the environment. He's also meeting with experts on artificial intelligence as his administration tries to weigh the pros and cons of how the technology will impact the country.
The story of Juneteenth, as we celebrate it, is the story of our ongoing fight to realize America's promise. Not for some, but for all.
Vice President Kamala Harris spoke to the crowd at a Juneteenth celebration at the Greek Theater on Monday. People here in Southern California and across the U.S. observed Juneteenth, the day commemorating the end of slavery. A number of musicians also came out to perform at the Greek Theater, including Nelly, and a tribute was held for the late queen of rock and roll, Tina Turner. And Republican presidential hopeful Ron DeSantis also made a campaign stop in California. He attended a private $3,300 per person fundraising breakfast in Sacramento on Monday. Now let's get a check of the weather with meteorologist Belén Leon.
Hi, everyone. Ooh, we've been missing that sunshine, but it's headed our way Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll have temperatures rising in the 70s and 80s. Summer officially arrives on Wednesday. That's going to happen at 7:58, and as of now, it's looking like a great first day of summer. But the weather does turn cooler at the end of the week. That's when we have the return of the marine layer, that June gloom, and the temperatures come down. Now, look at the trend in Riverside, where through Wednesday, we have a slight warming trend, mid-80s on Wednesday. June gloom returns by the end of the week with temperatures expected to drop into the 70s. Nothing too crazy, but it will be a cool down. And then the forecast over the weekend and through early next week, it gets toasty again. We're starting to see those warmer temperatures more frequently in our forecast. Yep, summer is right around the corner.
Well, attorneys have filed a $100 million lawsuit against the city of LA on behalf of the family of Keenan Anderson. He's the 31-year-old man who died after being tased repeatedly by police officers. Police body camera footage from January shows Anderson flagging down an LAPD officer for help after a car crash in Venice. Anderson first complies with the officer's commands, and then he takes off running. Attorneys for the family are accusing the officers involved of excessive force. The coroner's office says Anderson's death was a result of heart failure and cocaine use.
What killed him was an overdose of excessive force.
Correct.
It's that simple.
Correct.
I'm just here to get justice on behalf of Keenan and my son.
Anderson, a teacher and father, was in LA to visit relatives over the holidays. The LAPD says it does not comment on pending litigation. There's a search for whoever is spreading anti-Semitic flyers in Redondo Beach. At least 20 flyers were dumped in front of yards over the weekend. Printed on the flyers is a website that promotes anti-Semitism. Homeowners checked their security cameras, but they say they did not record anything suspicious. Neighbors say they have heard of similar flyers turning up in other cities.
This has been happening in communities that are far-flung, from Beverly Hills to Redlands to Huntington Beach. So this was just our turn.
The city prosecutor says the distribution of the flyers falls under free speech. If the people behind this are caught, they could only face a littering charge. Now, we are learning more about the 5 people aboard a tour submarine that went missing on the way to tour the wreckage of the Titanic. Now, they include billionaire British adventurer Hamish Harding and a prominent Pakistani businessman. It was billed as the adventure of a lifetime, a $250,000 trip to the ocean floor to see the most famous shipwreck in the world. But when this submarine made its descent on Sunday morning, something went wrong. Contact with the vessel was lost 45 minutes into the dive, and now U.S. and Canadian Coast Guard ships are searching the water. The planes are surveying the ocean surface for any signs of the submersible. The Titanic rests at a depth of 12,500 feet. The missing sub was only supposed to be gone for 6 to 8 hours.
The vessel was designed with a 96-hour sustainment capability if there was an emergency on board. And so we're using that time, making the best use of every moment of that time to locate the vessel.
Now, 96 hours is about a 4-day supply of oxygen. Complicating the search, the Coast Guard does not have the capability to make a deep-sea rescue on its own and would have to call in the Navy. Hamish Harding has been on deep-sea dives before, and he also went to space aboard Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin spacecraft. New details on this attack on singer Bebe Rexha during a concert in New York City. Rexha is updating fans about her injuries after she was hit in the face by a phone while she was on stage.
I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright.
She's singing I'm Good. It's the title of one of her most popular songs. It's also an update that she posted on Instagram for her fans who've been very worried about her. Rexha was hit while performing on Sunday night. Moments after the assault, you can see her fall to her knees. The man accused of throwing the phone has been charged with assault. Court documents show that he told police he thought it would be funny. Missing actor Julian Sands still has not been found despite recent search efforts for him on Mount Baldy over the weekend. Sands went hiking in Mount Baldy in that area back in January when there was a lot of snow, but he has not been seen since. Over the weekend, the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department mobilized more than 80 search and rescue volunteers. They also used 2 helicopters and drones to try to find the 65-year-old. Deputies say his case remains active and search efforts will continue in a limited capacity. The Supreme Court is expected to decide several significant and controversial cases in the coming weeks. The future of President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan is on the line. A decision on that would impact 40 million borrowers. We're also awaiting a key decision on affirmative action. Justices will decide the legality of race-conscious policies many colleges use to admit students. The court is also expected to rule on a case about LGBTQ+ rights after a Christian web designer refused to provide same-sex couples the same services. LA County's Guaranteed Income Pilot Program, known as BREATHE, is extending aid to former foster youth. The program will offer $1,000 a month for 2 years to young adults who were under the care of the Department of Children and Family Services. Only 200 people will be selected for the program. Those interested will need to act fast. The application closes in just 2 weeks. Brave men and women take on the task to explore what's beyond our atmosphere. Folks staying on Earth are making sure those astronauts get the nutrition they need while on their journey. As Evan Leake reports, a culinary expert at the University of Kentucky is helping supply high-quality food to space.
Fresh week, turn the mill on.
Bob Perry has been on the culinary grind for the better part of 40 years, 17 of them as the chef in residence for UK's College of Agriculture.
My tenure here at UK has been the best of all. I've been involved in lots of different stuff, involved in bourbon and neurogastronomy now, and the neurogastronomy has taken me into space.
It's an opportunity that is truly out of this world.
They grow organic garlic. They bring it in here, we slice it, put it on these trays, dehydrated. It takes about a week, and then I grind it into garlic powder.
Chef Perry is on the cutting edge of innovating how to get higher quality food to astronauts when they go into space.
We're looking at the Mars mission, which will be 7 months to get there, a year on the planet, and then 7 months to get back. Nobody's ever been in space longer than 3 weeks without being resupplied. And what neurogastronomy is looking at, as far as space goes, is everything else involved in eating and food.
Chef Perry has worked and brainstormed with some of the top names at NASA to break down food on a near molecular level, from how to get fresh medicinal herbs to astronauts to condensing food to fit the needs for space travel.
Anything that goes on has to be weighed. They know exactly to the tiniest fraction how much everything weighs on the space station. So a lot of their food is dehydrated. So it's been fun playing around with this to make different foods at different applications.
It's as much play as it is work for Chef Perry, letting him view food in a whole new way while helping those getting a glimpse at the final frontier.
So it's an education for me too. You know, that's the beauty of working at a Division I university is lots of really cool people around doing lots of really neat stuff. And for my part, everybody eats.
Everybody eats, and that's a good thing. All right, the Inland Valley Humane Society wants to pay you to help them clear the shelter. The shelter's 2 for 2 program is offering $200 Visa gift cards to anyone who fosters a dog for just 2 weeks. And you don't need any of your own supplies. If your foster dog finds a family by the end of that 2-week program, then you will receive another $100.
Take a dog home, and you get to know his personalities, you get to take pictures, videos, you get to know a little bit more about them. And what it is you promote them through your own social media. And in that way, through your social media, you might find someone that's interested in the dog, that they're looking for characteristics, socialization, stuff like that.
And if you're interested in the program, you can apply online. As the LA Rams prepare for the 2023 NFL season, the team's rookie class of 32 players went to Cedars-Sinai Hospital to cheer up some patients and to celebrate Juneteenth. NBC4 photojournalist Sean Browning shows us all the smiles Rams fans had when they got the surprise visit.
Hey, it's Trey Tomlinson here, and I'm here with Cedars-Sinai with my teammates. Very thankful to be here today, and we're here for the Juneteenth celebration, so let's get to it. What's up, man? What's your name? Mason. Mason? Nice to meet you, Mason.
For this room, having this conversation, all these men up here who have, are direct products of what Juneteenth means in terms of the opportunity. We're lucky to be here, and go Rams. Go Rams.
Now that we got the celebration with Juneteenth over with, we're going over to visit the kids.
Hey, Noah.
What's up, Noah?
How you doing? Good. We're getting discharged today. Oh, congratulations.
We took a picture with the Rams players. It was fun. It was exciting. It's the first time me taking a picture with the Rams, and it's pretty fun. Pretty cool. Hopefully soon we go see them play.
Hey, Thea. How you doing? Yeah, you can just see the joy when we walk in, and the smile is what it's about.
Hey, I hope you like hats, because we're going to sign this for you.
My dad loves football. He'll be very
Really?
As a kid, it's always good to see somebody in person. Put your hat on, to get a different perspective of them and, see who they really are.
To have just a little bit of the players' time to spend with our staff and our patients brings such joy.
The smile is what it's about, just wanting to come in and put a smile on their faces.
Thank you. What a great story. It's a win for the patients, the staff, and the Rams. We love that. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and on our website, NBCLA.com. Be sure to tune in to Today in LA on NBC4 weekdays from 4 a.m. to 7. We'll be bringing you all the day's headlines. Thanks for watching The Rundown.